Hi there. I thought I would start a new series on the weekends when I can get around to doing them with my two decks that I've created. So, Saturday is going to be Hold and Heal from my Pathways Through Grief deck, and Sundays is going to be Medicine and Message with the Bioluminescent Animal Oracle deck. So, I just thought I would do that. I'm back into the habit of doing readings. I'm really enjoying it, so I will share that knowledge with you. So today's reading is Hold and Heal, and what we're holding today is laughter. And what we're doing is we're holding space for lightness without guilt, allowing ourselves to feel feelings of joy and laughter and companionship after the loss of somebody can bring up feelings of guilt and shame that we shouldn't be plugging back into the emotions of happiness. There's almost this underlying, as I said, feeling of guilt, of being happy. And when you share laughter, a few things happen. There's chemicals reduced in the body that lift endorphins and actually make you feel better. And then when you get to see somebody else laugh, that mirrors into you, which is called mirror neurons. So you get to experience that feeling as well. And that in turn can make you laugh and be happy as well. So this is asking you to hold the knowledge that you are allowed to have moments of laughter and that they can coexist with that grief state. So not to feel bad for when you do have these emotions come up. Let the body soften and breathe and open where tears once lived. Laughter is the best medicine. That's one of the sayings, and it is. It's extremely healing to get all of that laughter and that emotion back up and running for you again. And remember that laughter doesn't erase the loss. It gives the heart oxygen. So there's this opening, this space opening. It allows joy to peek its head back in after a long time of grief. And once again, grief can come in many, many forms. Loss of job, loss of a pet, loss of a loved one. So there is no judgment on how people grieve, but we all go through similar stages. So this is asking you to open that heart space back up and let that oxygen in for yourself and let joy visit briefly, even if it doesn't stay. Allowance. There's an allowance in softening yourself to feel all the emotions. Grief, it can be a short passage or it can be a long journey, and to honor every stage of that as you go, but allow yourself and hold space for yourself and allow that laughter to come in. And what are we healing today? And this is the trust card. Trust was one of the hardest things for me to plug back into. I did not have a lot of trust for a long time. So this is asking you to heal that trust. Trust the timing of your healing. There is no timeline, but trust that it's happening behind the scenes, whether you feel like it is or not. Trust your heart knows how much you can carry today. If you need to take that time out and back yourself out of engagements, seeing people, seeing friends, and take that space and time for you, trust that you know that that's what you need for yourself. Trust that movement of light does not betray the love or your grief. So trusting that if you do have these moments of laughter, these moments of joy creeping in, that is okay. That is okay. Trust that that is what you need at this time in your journey. Trust that the process is unfolding beneath what you can see. You're not going to have all the information. You're not going to have all of the tools at hand at any given moment, but you have to trust that your body, your psyche, your spirit knows what it needs to be doing right now in this time, in this space. And trust yourself to feel what's real moment by moment. Don't push the process. Don't try to feel into things that aren't there. Trust that everything is unfolding for you the way it's meant to be. This was the hardest key for me to plug back into. Surrender and trust were the two hardest things I had to deal with. Actually, joy as well, when that started to come back around again. But trust was the last piece of the puzzle for me to plug back into life and to start allowing things to happen around me organically and naturally. trusting that the processes that I'd been through were there for a particular reason, trusting that the deaths of my family was also part of the master plan for me in my journey, my awakening, and my growth. So there's a whole lot of trust in the background that took a long time to come. But trust that you are on the right schedule. Trust you're on the right path to where you need to be right at this moment. Laughter. So the message of the day is laughter is not a detour from grief. It's a companion that reminds you that you're still alive. Trust the quiet, steady. Trust holds this all together. So even with saying I didn't have trust, there was obviously something in the background that kept me going, some form of trust that was there. Hold and heal message of today. And as I said, I'm going to be doing these readings on Saturdays and then the medicine readings on Sundays. So I hope that helped you, and leave a comment if you feel so inclined. Have a great day.